how Kang Quintus has taken social media hostage for the entire 24 hours. This has been making rounds on social media, and people have been saying a lot of things. Many comments coming in. This is because Kang Quintus actually made a post and accused Cameroon's Oscar committee as being incredible, that they lack credibility, and has failed to include French-speaking movies in his post. In his post on Facebook, which read, "In 2020, I was contacted over the phone to submit my movie, The Fisherman's Diary, to represent Cameroon at the 93rd Oscars. And in 2021, Hidden Dreams was handpicked to represent Cameroon at the 94th Oscar. This year, 2022, The Planter's Plantation was handpicked by the same committee to represent Cameroon at the 95th Oscar. First of all, Cameroon's Oscar committee is not for English-speaking movies only. It is a Cameroon thing, and so there has to be a level of playing grounds for both English and French-speaking films. The committee right now is entirely made up of handpicked English filmmakers, which is wrong. There's no clear criteria on how films are selected, and the committee lacks credibility and representation. Agbo Gibet, Brenda Elum, Billy Bob, and co. You guys need to stop this mediocre way of doing things. Here are seasoned and experienced filmmakers, both English and French, who deserve to be part of this committee. As it is done in other countries, set up a credible Oscar committee clearly explains the requirements for all films. Make a public call for films to be submitted, both English and French films. Let the members of the Cameroon Oscar Committee vote transparently and announce the film selection to represent Cameroon through a press conference. Enough of these under-the-table ways of doing things. Let's be transparent and do things the right way. For once, peace. Kang Quintus, of course, he sent a flag, Cameroon's flag, and the lion. This was trending on social media, and many people were sending in their comments. Some of the comments which came in from Montana Peters. This one read, "I totally agreed on the point of calling a press conference and declaring the films Cameroon is sending to represent us, but saying that the committee lacks credibility, I think it's not okay at all. If the committee lacks credibility, was the committee part of the judges that awarded this movie Best Cameroon Movie at the Ukraine Noir Festival in 2021 and 2022 respectively? I think since 2019, if it were by merit, Anglophones movie would have gone home with all the awards in all categories concerning Cameroon in all home-based festival. Was the committee credible when they called you to submit The Fisherman's Diary in 2022? Were Francophones movie existing? How many movies produced and released in Cameroon, both French and English, this year met the Oscar selection criteria apart from Planter's Plantation? Early this year, I saw a flyer circulating calling a filmmaker to submit their movies to the Cameroon Oscar Committee. I don't think that the call was limited to Anglophone filmmakers. Grand Fair, concerning the making of movies submitted for consideration to represent Cameroon, it is good these shortlisted movies be made public through a press conference before they are being submitted. That is accountability, and that is the only way we can move further." That was a post coming in from Montana Peters, and of course we had another post coming in from Gong Sandra, which read, "This may look like transparency, but I'm trying to think back and see if you have spoken up for Anglophones institutions like this, but I haven't. I beg, use the word handpicked for all movies, including yours. No make so. It gets as that word sound, so make it clear that your own movie was handpicked. But at the end, you are indeed right. It's important to give a fair playing ground to everybody, for everyone, but it should come up when it is made to sound like you are taking flowers from someone in the time of their own win. Thank you." Others like Barrister Samwa also gave their own comments, but we'll pay attention to this Breeze own, which said, "Some people are just reading to comment, not to understand. If you read well, you will see that he did not say the movie selected do not merit the award. He is bringing a proposal on how things should be done. Let breakfast be served for everyone, not just one side. Thank you for the proposal, sir. And of course, Mr. Ndi gave his own comments. He said, Big brother, I only wish to have written this beautiful piece last year when The Fisherman's Diary was chosen. That would have presented for itself the sincerity that it deserves. A sincere person complains even when the situations favored them. Those are different posts made by different people, noting that Vicky Fokola also gave her own comments when people were giving their own reaction. She posted, Dear Kang Quintus, na me, I be ever #1 for support you. But you see this one so no me oh. When they be handpicked you, we will not be drink water. First to ever do it up and down. I guess then handpicking was totally okay and the team was totally valid and competent. Francophones no be big matter that time. You don't see small film say Planters Plantation and you the fear threatened say e go dethrone you. I not dey understand. Celebrate this one your own hand picking too. We want an industry that strives to beat its own records because the win is always collective. Whether you are first or last to ever do it, it is the industry that wins. If Planters Plantation beats Fisherman's Diary awards and whatever records, that will be a great thing. In fact, that is the goal. You see this handpicked so, we go celebrate them. And it shows say, I go pray a mountain for this particular one so that make it win cause I know the people will work on this movie. And I know I know the hard work they put in. They deserve every good thing happening to them right now and all that is to come. All we go do, that's all we go be only for this industry, catching feelings up and down. Vicky wrote. Of course, after this post, after some hours, Kang Quintus also wrote another post saying, this Cameroon industry is first of all very boring. Only a few of us can make it this entertaining. And of course, he sent an emoji. I'm very proud of you, Estin Young Jr., and your movie, The Planters Plantains. The last time you visited Lionsgate, I told you your movie was one of the movies I can't wait to watch. A lot of people have scores to settle with me for coming in and changing the game, and they will seize the slightest opportunity to create a clash by coming up with claims of envy and jealousy. But I will never be jealous or envy anybody because my only competition is me. I worked extremely hard 24/7. I rest my case for now, but I stand by everything I said about the Cameroon Oscar Committee. Unapologetically, love only, sent hearts and said Kang Quintus. As usual, people were sending in their comments, and at this time around, Duty Morgan said, this is coming in at the wrong time, sir. Allow others to enjoy the slogan of being second to do it, since you are the first to ever do it. Haha. Why are you bringing this now? Allow others to celebrate their victory. When your movie was selected last year, you did not deem it necessary to create the committee only to bring it up when others want to celebrate their hard work, and you term it handpicked. The same criteria as your movie was picked last year and you celebrate it. This was another comment coming in from another person. Shabe Eugene Brown said, Kang Quintus, drop your Momo number. Make us send you a chumbo money. Of course, Kang Quintus reacted and said, thank you, my brother. Hungry fed thee, and sent a funny emoji. Of course, Celebrity Digest said, this is getting interesting. We need more violence. As usual, Glam Queen reacted and said, I just checked NJ Gabriel. I just checked NJ Gabriel's list, and your name is not there, bro. You will not make heaven. This was trending on social media and making rounds the entire yesterday. And as of today, as of this morning, Kang Quintus made another new post which said, I hope all the struggling comedians and upcoming actresses that I gave an opportunity to trend yesterday will come to Lionsgate to say thank you, Grang, for the exposure. Violence, billions or nothing. he gave the hashtag Kang Quintus once again, noting that this is coming in after comedian Don Shaoli reacted to his post yesterday and gave his audio how he met Kang Quintus at Lionsgate in a post which read, okay, so about a month ago, I decided with a friend of mine to visit Lionsgate to patronize Kang Quintus. Unfortunately, when we arrived, there was no power, there was power outage, and some technicians were working on the transformer outside. I decided to go say hi to Kang Quintus. When I spotted him with the aid of my friend, I tapped him on his shoulders and said, "Hello, bro, it's Don Chaole." He gave me a condescending look and said, "We are not friends, so why are you tapping my shoulders?" And I replied saying, "That was the same way you tapped Mr. Zach's shoulder. I don't remember you two being friends." He got angry and asked his security to throw me out, but they did not. They did not. I left on my own term after about 10 minutes. I honestly did not want to narrate this story because I felt Kang Quintus was going to reach out and apologize, but it's clear he has not. I feel he needs to calm down from his high horse and stop thinking everything must revolve around him. Don't serve others a meal you can't eat. That was a post coming in from Don Chaole explaining his ordeal. And note, as usual, social media fans and users were so ready to give their own comments. One of which was like, Don Chaole, you're giving us your own story, but we believe that if Kang Quintus could drop his own side of the story here, social media in-laws or fans will not stand it because they are always giving a story. It's your own side of the story, but Kang Quintus has not reacted to it, and he has not given us his own side of the story. Now, our mouth is just shut. We are keeping our mouth shut. But then, still on that story, we are waiting on Brenda and, of course, Agbogi Bet and Billy Bob to come up and say something regarding the story. I mean, social media fans and users, they have been saying a lot of things regarding this topic, calling handpicks here and there. But then, we are waiting for the people who are really involved to come say something about this issue. And if there be anything, we'll not hesitate to bring you updates. Remember, it's all about bringing you latest updates regarding top celebrities in and out of Cameroon. At this point, we also bring you latest updates regarding